Hello,
Hey.
Matt, on this next to last full day of spring.
Well done, Russ. What's interesting about Texas is they're setting records for heat down there.
Yeah.
When you set a record in Texas, I mean, they say everything's bigger, but it is.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, it really is a big deal, and it's serious heat. Thankfully, that's not coming our way anytime soon, because heat is not something we want to play around with. Heat, flooding are the two biggest killers, believe it or not.
Sure,
And,
yeah.
certainly don't want to get into that, but it is warmer outside.
Okay.
And you're going to notice that tonight when you're heading home, because we've got humidity in there as well. Temperatures across the country, I want to show you kind of where the heat is. It's mainly down towards Texas, the Gulf Coast, but then you get over towards Atlanta and Nashville, and it's cooler, and that's because there's been a lot of rain there. Meanwhile, there hasn't been a lot of rain towards Texas, so there's a dome of heat right here. It's going to expand north as we go throughout the week. Not going to get into it here locally, but just an example, this is San Antonio's heat index as we go throughout the afternoon tomorrow. Oh, yuck, 113 is what it's going to feel like. They've got real thick humidity. We've got humidity too. For the first time this spring, as we get into summer as well, you're feeling it. We've got a little stickiness in the atmosphere. Tomorrow morning, we'll be in the 70s. We're up into the 80s. That stickiness will pop a couple showers, even thunderstorms tomorrow. Models haven't been picking up on this until really tonight, but I think we'll trigger some storms along the lake breeze. So our warmest spring night so far, 63 degrees. That's it, May 31st and June 11th. Tonight, notice temperatures. We're nowhere near 63. We're still in the 70s for many of you. You notice it's stickier outside. We're so used to opening up the windows the last couple of weeks, really. We've had these refreshing fall-like air masses with low dew points. That's not the case anymore. We're stuck, no pun intended actually, with the humidity. We have dew points near 60 right now. Here's where the dry air is. We're replacing it with the humidity coming out of the south, and we're not alone. Much of the Great Lakes is going to get into that humid pattern. So overnight lows this week, mid-60s, and that's because we've got more moisture in the atmosphere at night. Remember, dry air heats up quickly and it cools down quickly. We don't have dry air anymore, so it's kind of a slow mover on that. Speaking of slow mover, area of low pressure continues to swirl down to our south. It's just down to our south. It's going to stay right where it's at over the next 24 hours before sinking down towards the south again. They've had another night of severe weather along the Gulf Coast, major flooding in Mobile, Alabama tonight. They started this morning at 9 a.m. with heavy rain, and that storm sat on them till 5 o'clock. So the hours that you go to work, they were getting torrential downpours in Mobile, over 10 inches of rain, flood emergencies down there. They had a similar scene in Pensacola over the weekend. For us, though, we still have some dry air. It's vacating, so we're starting to allow some of these showers to get in here. You saw that increase of clouds, a couple showers down towards the south. Just quick hits, little downpours there. There's your 77 in northern Tuscarawas County downpour. And then all sorts of biological things out over the lake. We've had a mix of mayflies and midges out here. I was near the lake shore this evening and swallowed a I mean, they're just out there. They're just doing their thing. That's just great. Anyway, we're going to be dealing with that as well. National Design Mart hour-by-hour forecast. Let's time out the storm chance tomorrow. Very summer-like. Remember, muggy start tomorrow. We will have sunshine. Heating in the day will probably trigger, there you go, couple showers and storms along the lake breeze, which would be right in here tomorrow afternoon. Those would fade after sunset, and then we track some more rain chances in here as we get into Wednesday night, late in the day. So much of Wednesday's dry. This is a low pressure, a little lobe of it coming off. But in terms of humidity, it's with us all the way through the weekend. In fact, it cranks up this weekend, and the reason why is this low pressure is eventually going to be centered right over Ohio. Real good shot at rain Friday. This would be mainly afternoon and evening. Real good shot Saturday. I know a lot of you don't want to hear that. System pulls out on Sunday. We replace it with another low, and that one brings real good shots of rain Monday and Tuesday, maybe even into Wednesday. So drought, hey, maybe we can get rid of this thing. The other thing going on is the tropics getting going. Tropical storm Brett is going now way out towards the west. Typically storms form here this time of year. This is way out in the Atlantic. There's not much to disrupt this, so expect it to become a hurricane by Thursday. Doesn't look to be a real impactful system, though. That's the good news. It doesn't look to be a real strong one. Probably a tropical storm as it hits the Lesser Antilles down towards the Cuba area, and that wouldn't be till the weekend. But still, tropical season has begun. Union Home Mortgage 7-day forecast. First day of summer feels like it on Wednesday. We're back into the 70s this weekend, but don't let that deceive you. There's the Guardian's forecast again. But Russ, those 70-degree temperatures are going to come with some mugginess, so it's going to feel pretty thick outside.
Bad hair days is what you're saying.
Something like that for both of us.
Good to know. All right, Matt. Thanks a lot.